I think 2020 started out like any other normal year, but we quickly realised that 2020 was going to be a year like no other.
I started at the Neighbourhood hub in February, and shortly after that we went into lockdown, so that was a little bit daunting. Being in a new job, I was at home working, so that was a challenge, but also having the kids at home and being responsible for their schooling was quite stressful.
So one of my greatest challenges was working from home, being in a space that my family is in every day and homeschooling my children whilst trying to get my own work done as well. It was a real challenge.
So when I told my sister who lives next door I'm working from home, she just laughed and said good luck. I live on 2.5 acres. The mobile phone coverage out here is not that fantastic. It's not unusual for our internet to go out for a week. On a Wednesday, we were told at lunchtime that we would have to, our last day would be Friday, 2.5 days later. So within that time, I learned about ordering e-vouchers, about printing them, about scanning them, about being able to access them on my computer and be able to send them to clients in Mackay.
We had a team meeting on the 23rd of March. By the 27th of March, that Friday, we were already doing online sessions. Looking back now, that's really, really crazy. How do you as a community organisation engage with the community when you can't do what is your bread and butter and what you love the most?
It was a lot of contact via platforms like FaceTime, Zoom, emails, simple phone calls for some.
As terrifying as that was, I had great support from my work colleagues. I think it shows the great organisation we work in, and that times of crisis all us workers come together to help each other. So not only was it getting my head around the technology aspect of it, but it's also being able to deliver a program from home.
I think that approach from leadership of try anything, you be creative, use the resources around you have been really good during the COVID pandemic to help create solutions to the problem.
When I look back on that period of time, we were brave, we were courageous, we were flexible, we were adaptive. We were able to say, hey, we just need to do things a little bit differently for a period of time.
I think the fact that when the pandemic happened, what it did was shone a light on the fact that we do have really good partnerships with the different providers, and we're all in the same boat and we all supported one another to figure out a way that we could still get information and support to our families.
The key learnings for me since the beginning of March have really been around that adaptability, having the flexibility, because we have had to change what we have done for years, not just months, but for years, in a very, very short period of time, and also creativity. I think that's the strongest attribute of the team.
This has proven that I can be adaptable, innovative, resourceful and imaginative. So it's helped me discover a new side of myself.
We need to be prepared at any time to have to pivot and change and think differently and get on that train quickly.
The services that we provide for families really are invaluable, and they do need to be face-to-face. We work in human services for a reason, and that's because we want to be with other humans. So having that insight into going into people's homes and feeling and seeing what the real story is for that and the real challenges they face is an important component of our work.